John Ary here with AICN coming to you from my local comic book shop, The Gatekeeper, here in Topeka, Kansas. Talking to Dustin Dean, one of the owners here. Dustin, what do we have new this week?
Well, Warren Ellis has released Volume 6 of FreakAngels, which is his trade paperback version of his online strip that he made in sort of a style of 2000 AD, where it was a weekly web strip that came out, about 6 pages, almost every week. And it's about a group of interesting young people who live in a version of England. And this is actually the last volume of all of the web strips that have been collected. So you get the big conclusion in it. And I read it weekly as it came out, and it was just absolutely brilliant, and I loved it, and I've been picking up the trades. And I think if anybody's a Warren Ellis fan, or if you like that sort of 2000 AD kind of vibe, you're probably going to like this too.
Now, I'm a Ellis fan. He's kind of, in my opinion, a big heavy hitter. How does this stack up against some of his other work?
I don't think it's his best work, but it's actually very good, though. He said he tried to do it as an exercise, like I said before, to do a weekly strip. And it has all of those classic sort of Ellis moments of high science fiction, very futurist thinking. And it has some great character building and, a lot of swear words.
Excellent. Well, what else we got this week?
Well, coming out from DC is Justice League #2, which continues off in the new 52 relaunch as sort of the retelling of how the Justice League came together. So it's not quite a flashback, but maybe a new origin story. And in it, it's pretty interesting. The first 4 members really start to come together. We've got 4 of the big 7, really. We've got Flash, Green Lantern, Superman, Batman. And they're all, at this point, starting to come together. And this issue, while like maybe the mega plot isn't the best, there's some great characterization and some great interaction, especially between Barry Allen and Hal Jordan. And some witty lines that actually made me laugh out loud when I read it, which doesn't happen very often. And so I really noticed when that happened to me.
So safe to say you're going to keep up with this?
Oh, definitely. Jim Lee's artwork is, at the top of his game in this. And, Jeff Johns is writing, and it's very solid.
Well, what else we have?
Well, coming out from Marvel, we had Fear Itself #7, which honestly was just a big wet fart. The whole Fear Itself line has been not good. It's been a chore to read. And in this issue, it's the last issue of the miniseries, and we have a couple of big fanboy kind of boner moments where you're like, yeah, this happened, and then there's a couple of moments that are just like, did that really just happen? And including a moment where the big attacking force comes back from Asgard. They're ready to take on all these big villains. They're handed out Asgardian weapons that Tony Stark has somehow forged with Odin magic, and all these superheroes get these big weapons, and then they also get Tron costumes. And then a couple of characters die, and everything has just been really shallow in this whole series. Nothing good has ever come out of these these Fear Itself issues. And except for maybe Avengers Academy. Those have been really well written, and the stories that have tied into that have been actually very character driven, but most of Fear Itself has been bad, and the grand finale is just as bad. And I believe there are 3 epilogues in this issue. The second one is actually pretty interesting. There's a kind of a weird setup for the new Hulk series. So if you're looking forward to that, there may be a key moment that happens in this that you may want to read, but boy, other than that, it's just not good.
You think like in 2 or 3 years when we look back at this series, do you think anything from this series is going to stick?
I think the cover art and the style will match on the trade paperbacks that will be coming out of all these miniseries. All that will be consistent. But as far as continuity, no. I mean, the major character deaths that have happened are air quote deaths because, they're going to be in a movie coming out next summer, so I think they're going to come back.
Well, we will definitely check back in next week, and you be sure to check back in with AICN for the latest news and reviews. I'm John Ary.